Have you ever walked into a room and within seconds you knew the mood? Who was angry, who was offended, who was hiding something? You can read people without them saying anything. But the strange thing is, you often don't know what you're feeling. If this sounds familiar, it might not be a trait. It might be the result of a childhood that was never truly secure. And today, we're going to talk about something that's rarely talked about. 4 unusual traits that children of narcissistic parents almost always share. And the 4th trait is the most dangerous. Children who grow up with narcissistic parents learn one thing very quickly. Home is not a safe place. Home is a place to read the situation. You learn to pay attention to tone of voice, the way a door closes, the way footsteps sound in the hallway. Because the slightest change can mean a big explosion, so you adapt, you become hypersensitive, too hypersensitive. You can read micro-expressions. You can sense changes in the energy in a room. You can tell when someone is angry even if they're smiling. People call you empathic, but really, it's a survival mechanism. The problem? You become more focused on other people's emotions than your own. You know what everyone else is going through, but you don't know what you need, and it's exhausting. In homes with narcissistic parents, love is often conditional. You're praised if you achieve, you're noticed. If you're pleasant, you're considered kind. If you're not a nuisance. So you learn a pattern. I have to please people to be safe. You say yes when you really want to say no. You apologize even when it's not your fault. You're afraid of disappointing people. Even something as small as turning down an invitation can make you anxious for hours. Because in your childhood, a small mistake could escalate into a big drama. You're an adult now, but your body doesn't know that yet. It's still on high alert, and you continue to sacrifice yourself to maintain a peace that never truly existed. Children of narcissistic parents often grow up with one major confusion. Who am I really? Because from a young age, your opinions were often belittled, your feelings were considered exaggerated, your sadness was called dramatic, your anger was called disrespectful. Eventually, you learned to hide who you were. You become the acceptable version, the version that doesn't bother you, the version that doesn't challenge you, the version that doesn't shine so brightly. And when you grow up, you're confused. What are your hobbies? What's your passion? What are your life principles? Because you've been living to survive, not to discover yourself. This is why many children of narcissistic parents feel empty. It's not because they lack personality. It's because their personality was never given room to grow. The voice of a narcissistic parent often becomes a voice in our heads. The voice that says, "You're not enough. You're wrong. You're not enough." Even though your parent isn't in the room anymore, that voice is still there. You criticize yourself before anyone else has a chance to. You fear failure more than anyone else. You feel like you always have to be better, smarter, stronger. Because once upon a time, you learned that your worth depended on your performance. And that makes it hard to enjoy your accomplishments, because every time you succeed, you immediately think about what you're missing. If you have these traits, it's not a weakness, it's proof that you've survived, you've adapted, you've survived. You've learned to navigate the world faster than others, and now you have the opportunity to learn something new. Learn that. You don't have to please everyone, you don't have to read every emotion. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love. The process may be slow, but every small step towards self-awareness is a step away from old patterns. If you relate to this video, you're not alone, and most importantly, your childhood tells you a lot, but it doesn't determine your future. Starting today, you don't just survive, you start choosing. If this video helped you understand yourself a little deeper, like it. Subscribe for more content like this, and leave a comment. I'm learning to know myself. Because the journey of healing begins with awareness.